See no more!
Bow your head.
No.
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. Oh, but alas.
Who's our target this time? Quietly now.
The wind knows me.
Silence! The tides beckon. Justice is blindsided.
Take it easy. Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
The wrong test. Bow your head. Picked the wrong test subject. Settle down. Picked the wrong test subject. The wrong test subject.
These are about to get dicey.
Everybody stand back!
Wind strike.
Let's light it up!
As one with wind and cloud.
Bow your head. should replace my hammer. Picked the wrong test subject.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Time to go. Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Silent! Be sanctified.
Looks like I went too far. This isn't good.
Add Astro. Thank you for Well, since you...
Settle down!
Emerge!
As one with wind and cloud!
Let the mighty be humbled!
Right now. Right here. Right now. Right here.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Bow your head.
Let's light it up!
Emerge. Right here. Right now.
Wind straddle.
Silence! Be sanctified.
Everybody stand back! Huh?
Clouds high. The birds come.
Let's...
right now.
Bow your head.
Right here, right now.
Adventure time!
Emerge, right here, right now.
Wind Strider.
Nothing lasts forever. Ah, so much for eternity.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Ha!
My apologies. If I could sketch you as por-
Silent.
Right here. Emerge, right now.
The wind knows it. Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Settle down. Bow your head.
Emerge, right here, right now.
Wind Strider.
Let's light it up!
Let the mighty be humbled.
Emerge, right now.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Going in!
Be sanctified.
Let me amuse myself a little.
Barrier! Over here! Everybody stand back!
Let me amuse myself
Bow your head.
Look at me. Just... Right here. Emerge.
Silence.
Right here. Emerge.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Teamwork is dream!
Bow your head.
The more, the merrier.
Let the mighty be humbled.
Over here. Look at me. Over here.
Settle down.
The more, the merrier. Let me amuse myself a little.
Wind strike.
Right here. Emerge. Right now.
Silence.
Emerge. Right here.
Bow your head. Settle down.
This realm. If you ever have... emerge.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds.
I'm going in!
Settle down.
Right here, emerge.
The wind knows it. As one with wind and cloud.
Let's light it up!
There you are.
Bow your head. Be sanctified.
Over here. Blink. Shine. No longer.
Settle down.
Look at me.
Ah, my apologies. This heavy rain must be quite an inconvenience for you.
Bow your head.
Happy to oblige.
Trouble?
One with nature. Fallen leaves adorn my...
Right here, right now. A sight to behold. Right here, emerge. Right here.
Cha!
Settle down.
Emerge. Right now, right here, right now.
Bow your head.
Clouds high. The birds...
Everybody stand back!
The tides beckon. Settle down.
Right here, right now, right here.
Let the mighty be humbled. Silence!
Right now, right here.
Fallen leaves adorn my...
Your theory isn't just putting the cart
Emerge, right here.
The wind knows it. Clouds high. The birds come.
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
Settle down.
Emerge, right here.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my.
Everybody stand back!
I guess this is it. Bow your head.
Right now, right here. Emerge.
Let's light it up!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds come.
Be sanctified.
Justice is blindsided.
Get out of here! Why do they never miss?
Wind strike.
Right now. Right here.
Who's our target? Take it easy.
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about to...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing.
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others.
I mean...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Who knows?
Huh? Well, that...
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feeling. Don't fret. Nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine it, but if you dally any longer, you...
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Seems like that's
Sister's an expert in making people believe it.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from—
Wait, she heard that? But Paimon was whispering so quiet.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following— So it's you, the honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well then, given otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to—
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't
That doesn't sound right. But
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains? But you're only a traveler. I doubt you have any great— Whatever. I had a notion of who you were seeking. If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his— Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm.
So, are you—
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. I couldn't care what you think. Come on then.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
Quietly now. I'm going in!
Fate. Full offering.
Off we go! Let's light it up!
Take it easy.
Picked the wrong test subject. Should replace my hammer.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues. Take it easy.
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm alright. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized. Is that Albedo? Why would—
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang— The views and scenery here are pretty good.
But can't he see those hilly Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular—
What's up with painting hilly churls? What
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Wow! Look at the detail!
You can find these hilly churls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and in the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication.
Hold your horses. Ugh, something tells me we're in for a thesis, and we found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any
So Sister Rosaria brought you. But back to the point. From her words.
We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose.
I see. So Sucrose sent you. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from a... Excellent. If I could procure your assistance... forgive me. This must...
Whoa! You wanna start...
You're right. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow...
Well, if you're struggling to figure it...
I beg to differ. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you...
Shall we just get out of here?
It's possible. But I will... Time for a change of surrounding.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute...
Take it easy.
Paimon has a question. After the seeds...
I don't know. But I feel using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap after awakening. Even
No! Paimon's got a brain! But what's the seed gonna be?
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's just say occasionally... The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, how you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is... Firstly, do you have any extra organs? Fascinating. And this...
What a stupid question! Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon!
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Oh, that rules out that but that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick.
Hey! How would you...
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference, but given that there's clearly a discrepancy in her research, firstly, this mysterious element... Let me lure a few slimes.
Huh?
Direct and clear observation are naturally...
Slimes! Slimes are fine!
Well,
One with nature.
Teamwork is dream!
As one with wind and cloud.
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
great work. If you're injured, I have a few emergency Excellent. According to my observations, now that we know that the external flow is manifesting
Internal flow?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy if the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion...
Sounds
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary...
And in the...
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for... Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get... It's a type of ore known as star silver. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver, all going to plan.
Paimon's still got a few... Let's keep our...
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes.
Let's light it up!
This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Time to go.
This is my campsite. I've added... While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your...
Whoa! Look at all the data!
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses, perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship. Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that she did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world... Now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great. I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What's happened to her?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig. Perhaps it's just scholarly self-assurance. And it certainly speeds things up. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same, they can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine. To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Oh, having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to... prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. Well, on with... There may be significant... Take Tevat, for example. But worlds may... I think answering this question calls for the same method... No. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it. That was your best effort?
What's with the disappointment?
Have you tried using your element? I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. I suppose I have a Anyway, why don't you cook?
Cooking?
Not only is this
sound yummy, though.
I'll leave you to it then. If there's anything...
Paimon... How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get these ideas from anyway? Let's just...
It's getting a little cold. Time to bundle up.
That was fat. An average outcome experiment as far as the proliferation hypothesis, unless...
We just didn't...
Not to worry. And here's your...
Woohoo! Thanks!
I can tell that... Not that...
Hey! But you do... And you're right!
Yes. They were all I managed to reach...
Paimon's birthday...
Don't worry. If you had, I must have...
So... Guess we'd better take a look. Oh, yeah! This must be electrohypostasis powder! The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy, right?
Goodness. I'm wondering...
Yep.
Unfortunate, only a...
You mean...
Don't be this... I have to... Right then. Up until now, in essence, looking out from where we're standing. Can you see what's... And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one... So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here? Then, I know of a
Still in one piece! Good thing...
The wind knows me.
You...
Not necessarily. Not if you... Whichever method you choose, I will factor the time expended and...
The opposite side of the lake.
Without limitations, we complete some of us would be unable to stand the icy water. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. Then if you would, please.
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Great work. I've never seen your reputation precedes you.
But you followed us.
Me? If it turns out, if the natural law, the innumerable...
But how does this...
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were I may be about to make gold, the essence of... I'm willing to pour all these things...
Oh, so that's...
Precisely.
So after all...
Of course. Now, follow me.
Take it easy. Quietly now. Game's up. Come on.
Let's light it up! Everybody stick!
Clouds high. The birds call. Wind strike.
I imagine you must have encountered more than a few. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical... I'd like you to explore these ruins and return... There are 2 puzzles located at the far... As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. A tried and tested advent... So, let's see you...
Take it easy.
It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution.
Take it easy.
Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Follow the wind. Yeah. One with nature. Stay focused.
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out.
Hey! Explaining things is Paimon's job!
Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water now. What's this? To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some... There's still a lot to learn about them. Let me make a copy first. I'll make...
Seems like if you want...
I've truly gained a lot from all... Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Paimon's kinda looking for him, unless you can think...
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
You!
I most certainly did not. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a complete stranger? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even...
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for I'm only concerned with one.
No way! Paimon...
With an alchemist of his level, in any case, I'm...
So... what are you gonna do?
I've gotta hand it to you. You have your moments. I've investigated everything else.
But we don't need...
That much is true. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. Now then, which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very
Overtime.
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that, huh?
Time to go. Cheer!
You're back. Good timing. You took quite a while. Did you get time for the results? But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is...
You couldn't tell that just by... We spent all day working our...
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident. Have you ever considered that the world of Tevat may have an... I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're the only other life form that, like you, has come... But after imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
The transition from nothing into something is not nurturing other... It would seem that that's a...
Paimon thought with all our effort...
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. A short life can be well lived. So, do you understand what I meant about us?
Albedo...
Thank you both. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a I mean that it's in the future. If the need arises, well... I made a point throughout of it. What was that sediment? Those born of Earth, or if one... Can I rely on you?
Take it easy.